from people and type AMS application engineers, you will see people that are in that role in Facebook. You have a draft. You follow them because these people are people that are already doing what you want to do or what you're learning to do. You look at their profile. What tools are they even using in this Facebook to do this role that I like? You look at it and you ask yourself, do I have these skills? Do I have this tool? Because I want to enter Facebook as this person, as this role here. Do I have these tools and these skills to do it? If no, you go back and prepare yourself and come back, but still follow them on LinkedIn so that you'll be seeing updates when there's an opportunity. And if there's an opportunity in the organization that you are interested in, you'll draft a good message and say, hi, my name is Ezine. I see there's this opportunity in your organization. I'm really interested in this opportunity. I have this also experience in this. I can do this, I can do that. I've also attached my resume. I don't mind if you can give me 3 seconds or 2 minutes of your time, if it's possible, just to learn me about the work culture and how you do this in Facebook, because I really want to be a part of your organization. By then, you've already applied on the portal. You apply on their portal. You can come back, follow as many people that you have to position yourself well. Do you know what that does for you is, if they're having a meeting in Facebook, you're in Nigeria here, and they have plenty applicants, and you reached out to someone in the HR and someone in that team, the HR will remember that there's someone that's actually reached. That's what sets you apart from every other person that is just applying. You're applying strategically. You're not just applying, apply. That's LinkedIn apply. You apply. At the end of the day, you've applied to 100 jobs. You just look at, okay, now customer service, just take it. You have to make sure that it's something that you can do. You strategically, for every company, just follow this routine. Identify the company structure, culture, the role that you want to work for, the role that interests you in the organization. Look out for profiles that have similar role. Look at their profiles, these tools and the skills that they're using. Is that what aligns with you? Can you use it? Go further ahead to Google to see what tools are required for this role. Okay, it's the same thing that these people are doing here. So that you will, when you're studying, you study in line with what you want to achieve. So that you're not everywhere. Are we together? I hope that was helpful. Let's go back to the slide. So that's just an example of how to, the same goes for Google, Amazon, and then you have to make sure that, and the good thing is that, like an example is Customer Success Manager is the same name across the businesses. So you have to make sure that the role you're doing now, some people, they are doing a role in Nigeria, but they don't know what the name is called globally. We give you some names in Nigeria that if you align globally, you have the skill, you know the job, but you don't know what it's called on a global space. Maybe because in your organization, they gave it another acronym, they give it another name. So you should be able to just look at those names, like Customer Success Manager is gradually replacing customer care, customer representative, because now it's evolving to Customer Success Manager to be sure that your customer is successful and you're managing your customers well. So you should be able to know the new trends of name. So take out your time to go through the profiles that suit what you want. So just look at this. You customize your banner to suit your current role, what you want to apply. I already speak about the professional headshots, preferably white background. So hence, no need to have your picture on your resume. Then you customize your profile headline to have your degrees. Another thing I also used to advise is that on your title, you can separate it with pipe. Please, can you go back to the LinkedIn page? Some people on their title, they will just write their name and then you say Customer Service Manager. But when you're... Okay, can you see the screen? Okay, this says David Ajuka, Front Web Engineer. This symbol is called pipe. It's called a pipe. So these are also keywords. Sometimes when I search on LinkedIn Recruiter for engineers, I only put keywords. I put some keywords in the title So only give me engineers that have these keywords in the title of their resume, of their LinkedIn profile. I need to only spool out engineers with the right keywords. Some people will add, give me not just people that have the right keywords on their title, maybe the skills, education, but first things first is your title. If you're a customer support expert, you put David Ajuka, customer success management. If there's any other tool you use, you can put Microsoft Dynamics CRM expert or Sugar CRM expert. So that tools that you use, let it represent here. You put your location, and most importantly, always maximize the open to work button. Because not only does he add the open to work banner, I know some people have this on their LinkedIn. Please let me know. Have you seen the open to work on their profile before? Do you have a question? Okay, yes. Okay, thank you. Not only does it show you, what it does for us recruiters is that when I search at the back end as a recruiter, it shows me engineers that are open to work. So I don't waste my time contacting people that are not open to work. So I'll just go there, check open to work. I just see engineers that are open to work. So it's a good way, it's a good thing to add to your resume, to your LinkedIn profile. The open to work, it will just give you the banner. It shows you the banner, but at the back end, it helps the recruiter to find you easily. Do you have any questions? Any questions, anyone? Okay. Picture. I'm just trying to see. Can you go back to the slide? So have you been blessed today? Has it been insightful? Because without you, I will not be here. The goal for me is for every one of us to take up spaces in Christ. The goal is to glow in Christ, represent Christ everywhere, beautiful in Christ, making money in Christ. People should see Christians and see Christians taking up spaces. So yeah, as you can see, this is a LinkedIn headline example. A product manager, keywords, project development, increasing cross-functionality, productivity by 45%. That's a sales pitch within that. So just looking at his headline, you can see that, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. And he will understand that he understands how to pitch himself already just with the headline. You can imagine what will now be in the rest of the stuff. With this alone, you'll be prompted to read further on his profile. Some people will just put their image and that's all. They will not go further, or they will just put First Bank, software engineer, 2012-2014. EcoBank, software engineer, 2014-2016. Sterling Bank, software engineer. Software engineer, what tools are you using? Software engineer, are you front end, back end? What exactly are you doing as a software engineer? Because software engineer is vague. What database are you using? What programming language are you using? You have to put all those things. Your portfolio link, put it there. Certifications, put it there. Awards, put everything there. LinkedIn can also act as a portfolio if you're not doing tech things and you need to represent your products or your solutions in another repository. Thank you. Yeah, I also mentioned earlier to connect with recruiters, like the example I showed you. Connect with recruiters. I showed you how to go to LinkedIn, search for detailed jobs by yourself. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. So please, as a new school graduate, good morning to you too. How do you apply for a job on LinkedIn, especially when you have no job experience? Okay. Can this person see me after the meeting? So that's one. So what I would advise as a new school graduate is target internship. Internship program. Microsoft does internship program, graduate trainee programs. You target companies that have all these programs. And most importantly, what do you love doing? What do you like doing? Do you like tech? Do you like fashion? Identify that which you like. Once you are able to identify what you like, it's easy to align. If it's tech as a new graduate, What in tech do you like? Do you like the look and feel? You like designs? That means you love UI UX. Do you like to stay at the back and just be writing code? That means you're a back-end engineer. So you have to be able to tell me what you like doing, and I'll be able to guide you in that line. But yes, first things first, align with global organization. Do not be afraid to reach out to people on LinkedIn. Just be polite. Just be polite when you're reaching out to them. And understand that people are busy. And we have different time zones. So if you don't hear within the next 3 days or the next week, you send a gentle reminder. Or you look for another person in the organization. Yes, so we have people in the medical field here. How can you relate to medical field, and how can we work remotely? In medical field, I remember when I go to the hospital, we have people in the front desk. We have lab scientists. We have a lot of people there. So to work remotely, first things first, you can start from that, let's say, let me use a scenario. Applications. There are medical apps now, these days. So you can first of all align yourself with those companies that have application that they cater to medics and all. You can start as a customer support for them, because your medical field, being a medical field, makes it easier for you to understand customers' inquiry. So people now, when they are sick, there are some apps that you just go into the app and you ask questions there, and people will attend to you. You can register as a consultant on this app with your skill. There are global opportunities for that you be a consultant, and all you do is just, of course, you will have the right certifications and the medical practitioner. I don't know please help me out, someone. I don't know the right license. Yes, you need to have. But you make sure you check all that thing, all the licenses you need to have to be able to position globally. So when you have it right, you identify organizations that need your assistance. There are platforms where medical practitioners just join in. There are hospitals that they want someone to be managing their website. By website, I mean just customer service person. That when somebody says, I visited your hospital today, I want to do this, can you please, I want to come and run a test. My child is not feeling fine. I want to come and run a test. It's a medical practitioner that understands the basis. A tech person cannot go and start answering the questions. So you can be a customer support person in tech. Pick any big hospital of your choice. Pitch to them. You can use your social media influencing. You know how to use Instagram. You know how to use Canva. You know how to do social media management. You know how to do inbound and outbound calls. You know how to respond to requests on websites, on email. The same way you request to website, to request on WhatsApp. It's the same way. Thank you for reaching out. So you will coin that into your resume, that you're not just a medical practitioner that is experienced in this. You also have social media management skills to receive outbound. So you tailor it to suit that which, if you are a lab technician and all, you are able to write and to ask customers the right questions when they want to do a blood test, or when they want to, during COVID, there are people that were in charge of, they will call you and guide you over the phone of how to test yourself, and then send a test kit to you. You didn't have to come to the hospital. There are medical practitioners that are doing that. So there are platforms like that that are running fully remote. Upwork works fully remote. So we're just a group of globally distributed individuals working to achieve a common goal. So this is a sample of a CV, of a LinkedIn profile. So make sure you take a skills test on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is so awesome that for everything you do, they give you a badge. And you can also ask your friends to refer you. You can also, you set up job alerts. Do you know how to set up job alerts? When you're checking for jobs, there'll be a prompt to say, do you want to see this alert? You can save them. If you don't want to be in a hurry, I do that a lot. I don't want to be in a hurry to apply for a job. I want to sit down, go up to their website, look at their JD, make sure that what is on their JD, I can do it. And then I'll tailor my CV to fit that. So you can just go on LinkedIn, save the jobs, and then go back to it. I'll advise that you do not look for a job in different sectors. Like today you're looking for customer service. Tomorrow you are doing virtual assistant. Tomorrow you are doing project manager. But instead, you can decide to be a customer service person across different sectors because you still be using the same skill, the same communication skills, the same phone call inbound, email support, chat support, email marketing. And then you talk about how you are able to meet SLA. These are things that you already do, but you have to be able to put the right terminologies that is globally recognized. So you follow company of interest, like I mentioned earlier when I showed you the example of following Facebook, Meta. If you're in the medical field, you follow companies like yourself that you want. You will see it there. They will tell you this role is remote. This role is on-site. You will see the companies now, they try to separate their remote roles to hybrid roles to fully on-site roles so that you can align properly. So here we go again with the resumes, do or don't. Don't include a picture of yourself. I know the expectations around picture vary on country by country, but you don't know which country that your resume will land, so you don't want to jeopardize yourself. So format your experience in chronological order, beginning for your most recent professional experience. Some people start we're in 2022, then I'll see a resume, 2006, Ojedu Grammar School teacher. 2018. Then, before I will get to the end, I'm already bored. So, but it's ideal to start with your most recent job. Don't start from down up. Don't bore the person. Don't jeopardize yourself. Don't self-sabotage yourself. So, the one that you're currently doing, start from there and highlight it the most, because that's what you're doing now. And then you can now arrange the other one. So describe each role as well as your achievement, the description. Give your potential employer much needed content for understanding. Don't make references on your resume. Yes, please. Just share references when you are requested to do so. Be consistent. Employ the same structure on each section of your work. That applies to what I spoke about. Don't use too many fonts, too much colors. Just keep it simple. Do not upload scans of certificates or personal documents as part of your resume. Yes, unless you are being requested to do that. And most times they ask you for certificates maybe during the interview process, maybe the last phase or something, not at the beginning. Because you also have to be, you have to protect your own privacy. And so make sure that you only give information that is required for each level. If you're not asked to submit some certificates or anything that is personal to you, do not submit it. Just wait till you're required to do that. And don't, like I said, don't include personal identifiable information. Your information like your, if you're abroad, and you have your social security number, your NIN, you don't need that on your CV. Your BVN, you don't need that on your CV. Don't lay out salary expectation. I already mentioned earlier not to state your age. It's not necessary. The world has evolved. A 10-year-old boy can code. An 18-year-old boy can code. 16-year-old boy can code. A 40-year-old man can code. There's a woman that we interviewed. She was with her cat in her room. Grandma. She's doing customer support. She just sits at home and takes requests from websites. If you have, she take from the website, customer requests, and push it to the... So the remote work is so awesome that it has no age limit. Yeah, and if you're recently graduated in school, it's awesome to also have your education set out in your resume just to show that you're recent, because that way it will also help the recruiter to just go easy on you. So that's why I always advise for graduates, undergraduates, it's awesome that while you're in school, tap into the undergraduate programs by OEMs, Microsoft, Google. For your sector, there are always companies that have undergraduate program. Not only does it set you ahead of your peers financially, but also skill-wise. Before, if you join them when you're in year 2, before you come out in your final year, you already have 3 years of experience. I have people that are still in ASU, like been in 4th year for God knows how long, or 3rd year, they've not graduated, but they're earning so well. They have 7 years of experience. There was this one time someone asked me for a full stack developer, and I recommended one of my engineers in Nsukka. Then the client was so angry. I gave him 5 engineers. And then out of the 5, I had guys that already graduated, 5 years and all. All of them were good, but the best was the guy in Nsukka. And the guy was requesting for 900,000. Then the client says, the client is Nigerian by the way, but it's still a remote job. The client calls me after the interview. Isn't it? This your guy is good. I really, 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 really like him. I really want him to come on my team. But his terms are too much. He said he will not come to Lagos. He wants us to pay him 500K. I even checked his CV. He's not even a graduate. I didn't even see NYSC there. I'm like, Mr. O, the world has evolved. The world has evolved. So I'm going to give you some time this Friday to think about it and let me know your thoughts. When you have planted your seed, when you've done the right thing, you've upgraded your skill, you positioned yourself where you have the hands-on knowledge, you are confident to negotiate well. I mean, I don't need to shortchange my engineers. I don't do that because I believe that pay people well for the job they have to do. Because they're going to be adding value in your organization. As they're adding value to you, let value come to their life too. And most importantly, don't let them stay on this. So when I'm negotiating for my engineer, I make sure that they have progression plan. So, and for me to be able to negotiate for you in that way, you have to be bringing value yourself. While we were going back and forth with the bank here in Lagos, their head office in Lagos, on this engineer, on Saturday, the engineer just called me, Mama, I can't take that job. I just got another one. No. Not in Nigeria, but they're going to be offering me, is it $4K in addition to the 6K that I'm making. So I won't be able to do, and I don't even like the way that man was shouting on the phone. I've had engineers that will run through the interview process. They will select them. They will say, okay, you're going to work remote. You're going to work remote. Just come in one day for onboarding and take your rate. Some of them will get there. They say, this Lagos sun is too much. Mama, I can't come back tomorrow. Why are they confident enough to do that? Because you know what you carry. It's not best practice, but you know that when you put yourself in a position that you're valuable, you can do things to align. You choose what you want. You will not have to shortchange yourself. And the most awesome thing is that it's a forever thing. Nobody can take it away from you. And you don't need to lobby people. You don't need to wait for one uncle somewhere or one auntie somewhere. It's just you and your God. You tell God, I've done my skill, I've learned this certification, I've done this, so this is where my power reached. You take over from here. And when you operate on the grace level, you're on another level. Because sometimes I ask myself, this is my job, how many people even interviewed for this job? But you know, it's a place of grace for you to be able to tap in. So I'm nothing without God. So the place of God in my life can never be overemphasized because I didn't come this far. And I know God is taking me to greater places. That's why I'm here to encourage everybody to tap into these blessings. Align properly. Audit yourself. Evaluate your skills and tell yourself. And the most awesome part is that you can still maintain your current job and do it. You can just transition gradually. You can start with 4 hours. And just state it there. I only do 4 hours for now. And the good thing is that even Nigerian jobs too, they are beginning to give remote. I have engineers that are undergrad. Okay.
I have the questions.
Please tell me.
That are coming online. And they all center around how can a civil engineer, electrical engineer, industrial relation engineer, a music artist, a film artist, industrial relation person, how can they get job online?
Okay.
How do I optimize my profile as an engineering and electrical graduate, graphic designer? LinkedIn the only route to getting a job outside?
All right. Thank you. So where do we start? Where do we start? Is LinkedIn the only route to getting a job outside? No. But LinkedIn is a great route because everybody's tapping from there. There is Indeed, there is Greenhouse, there is Remote.io, there is Fiverr, there is Work Remotely. There is a lot of them. But the first thing is LinkedIn just has a place. So when you're going somewhere, you first attach yourself to what is working for other people. Once you're there and you've solidified yourself, you can now try to now move around other people. There are tons of them, and there are now even specialized ones. Like if you're in the medical field, there are platforms for just medical guys, for tech guys, for data analysts. So LinkedIn is not the only route. And then for the graphics designer, please create a portfolio. As a graphic designer, what tools do you use? Do you use Adobe XD? Do you use Figma? Do you use Canva? All these tools should be represented in your resume and in your skills section in your current role. What you do, your tools should speak for you. Then you also add your portfolio. Your portfolio, just create a portfolio with GitHub and upload all your personal projects as a graphic designer on that space. And then put your link and join communities of like-minded people that are doing the exact thing that you're doing. Because when you join communities that are doing what you're doing, you are able to rub off ideas and they're able to rub off on you. And you will also be able to see the gap. Because sometimes when you're on your own learning, you will not know whether you're really making so much progress. But when you have community, if you have bodies that are working with you, you are able to see. As a recruiter, I have community of recruiters I work with. I have people that I look up to globally, locally, around my environment. So I'm always learning and evolving. So for civil servants, civil engineer, electrical engineering, welders. Okay, so there are some jobs that, okay, you want to align remotely as a welder. There are some jobs that your core is on-site. There are some jobs that your core is on-site. But the only advantage, yourself in such a way that you'll be able to align with a company that does that on a global scale, and you'll be able to get like a full package offer to come over there to work and move with your family. That's a way you can align. Because for welders, you actually have to be on site to do that job. You can't weld online. Yes, now. Even if you call your electrician on phone, Bolu will ask me, show Jonah, kilo blow, bomboma. He will just say, oh yeah, ekpa TV, off everything. That's the only first level. But you still have to come on site. So for that, just make sure you have a great communication skill. If you're looking at changing your current organization where you are, have a resume. Everybody should have a resume. Plumber, mechanic, electrician, everybody should have a mechanic, should have a resume. I remember the guy that used to change my tire. We used to talk, and I told him that, do you know this thing that you do here in this area, you can do it for a Jermaine. You can do it for, there are some guys that are in Ladipo that are better than some of the engineers here in this VR, because they have hands-on training. Even some guys in Computer Village, they do the core hardware engineering. Then some guys seated in the office spaces. What's the difference between the both of them? Branding, packaging, self-auditing, and involving. So you have to be able to align yourself to understand the value that you bring in any sector. And tell yourself, this is my value. Can I do it? Can I work and earn from here? Or do I want to relocate and do it? Then if you want to relocate, you will target companies that come with relocation benefits. It's stated out in the JD there. You will see it when you search the career portal of the companies. You identify big electrical firms that you want to work with. It's not big electrical firms, even your products in your house, Philips, all those things. You Google them. You go to their career page. Some of them need on-site engineers and all. And you check what benefit does it come to. You align your resume. You go to LinkedIn. Check for people that are working in Philips as that role that they advertised in their website. You follow them. Hello, my name is Ezine. I'm an electrician in Nigeria. I saw this role was recently advertised on your platform, on your website, and I would like to align with this. I have 8 years of experience. My area of expertise is in is it inverter or solar or that box in the house where they used to change over. I don't know. I really don't know more. Tell me. That's what he said. Distribution box. So yeah. So yes, everybody can align, but you have to set the right expectation for yourself. Can my skill be utilized remotely? If yes, stay here and be earning. Do I have to go on site? Do I want to earn better? Then position yourself and target relocation jobs. I hope that answers your questions. Do we have another question?
Good morning, ma. My name is Precious to be petroleum engineering student in Petroleum Training Institute. Talking about resume, my question is, people like us, I have a resume, but then it doesn't have much. It's just my schooling, and then the only experience I have is the ones I had before I started higher institution, like consultancy firm, working in a nursery school, and all of that. So what recommendations would you have for people like us, where to start from? Also, my second question is, for example, if I'm qualified for a particular job, and then from what you've said so far, it seems like you're saying if I'm applying for a particular job that I know that I can do, that means I have to create or make a resume that fits it. So that means I have to get different resume for different job positions.
Thank you for your question. So let's start from the part where you said different resumes from different jobs. I would advise specialization. So I'm a technical recruiter. I'm a solution architect. I can troubleshoot here and there. I can configure this. But what am I currently doing now? Recruitment, and this is my core now. So we all have a lot of things we do. Just like if you enter a shop, you have different products that you sell. But there is this particular product that you know a lot about it. You know where your strength lies in everything that you like. Just put all your energy there. Then when you fuel it, when it grows, you can now spread it. But first, be known for something. In petroleum, as a petroleum engineer, I know there are several, you can be an analyst there. You can do customer support there, customer engagement. You can do project management because there are plenty of projects happening there. You can do project management there. So it depends. So you just have to but one thing I'll do for you is that I'll give you my email. I'll look at your CV and help you revamp it. Is that okay? So today I'll be doing 10 free resume. So you pick random numbers. So I'll just do it free for you. Is that okay? And I'll look at some people's LinkedIn too randomly.
There's a question here, please.
Please tell me.
What are the opportunities available for a French graduate who speaks fluently and has a passion for customer engagement and early education in online jobs?
Okay. Would that be all? Okay. French. There's this website called preply.com. It's just for languages. Even you can go there and teach English. Civil servants can benefit from it. You speak English. There's translation jobs. You can do that. Google has Google translation jobs. What they do, Preply, Preply, preply.com. So, preply.com. So you just go there, whatever language that you know. The goal is for your gift. God did not give us gifts for us to just leave it there. We're not going to bury our gifts. We're going to grow them. We're going to evolve with our gifts. So whatever it is, whatever language, you can leverage on Preply and teach people the language. Or you can apply as a Google translator on Google Portal. There are translators. We also look for translators in Upwork. So you can also come on Upwork. You can also come on, there are plenty of platforms where you can find job. There's remote.io, careers.com. There is There is Fiverr. We work remotely, like I mentioned earlier, but I recommend Upwork. So because Upwork, we're a global work marketplace where businesses and amazing independent job seekers like yourself and myself connect and collaborate remotely. And on the platform, payment protection is guaranteed. Everything is completed on the platform. So, Samson.
I just want to find out if you were kind of switching careers, like maybe from supply chain, you want to go to data analysis. If you were involved,
Okay.
what would the process like after you were done with
Okay. So if I want to switch to data analysis, my little knowledge on data analysis means that I need to have Excel skills. I need to know Power BI. But most importantly, join data analyst community. There is a platform, PETROLEUM. Yeah, it's a platform where data analysts get jobs on that platform. You can do free courses first. I always advise free courses. Exhaust all the free courses on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Udemy. Then you get the right certifications for data analysis. And then take up projects. Because people want to see that you've done something, even if it's your personal stuff. I have an engineer that is an undergrad. What she's doing now, her mother sells catfish. She built a website for her mom. So she was like, I told her, use what is around you, solve the problems around you, because it helps. It's part of your portfolio. It's part of your portfolio. So solve the problem around you with the skills you already have, because you can also add it to your CV. I sell abacha. I sell nkwobi. See now, they're surprised. I sell abacha, I sell nkwobi, I sell pepper soup, I sell on Instagram. So I was doing this interview one time. It was a sales role, and they asked me, I can see your CV speaks more to tech. What sales stuff do you have? Okay, you only have one place in your CV that says you sell, you worked in one customer, Microsoft partner to do sales of CRM. That's the only thing. Why should we hire you for this role? And I told them that not only did I sell CRM, personally, I run a business where I sell food online. I sell jewelry too online. I personally built my website, and I attend to customers. I know the importance of attending to your customers in a timely manner, making sure that your customer gets the right order that they requested for. How am I able to do this? Because I've practiced it with my own. I know what it means for customers to return their food when the food spills. If you don't package pepper soup very well, it will spill. And I don't deliver pepper soup to a far distance. So even when a customer ask me, I said right to say, oh, I'm sorry, we do not deliver in this location. So all those skills will help you. Your personal brand, whatever you like doing, it can also be represented in your resume. Oh, if someone tells me, oh, I stay at Ikorodu, I stay in Lekki, you want to order abacha, I'm sorry, I will not be able to deliver that far because he has to be eating fresh. Unless I will separate all the products, I will make them fresh and package them individually. And when it gets to Ikorodu, you will mix it up. So it means you're setting the right expectation for the customer. You see that? But I'm using my personal business. There was a day, one man insisted that one of my customers said I bring abacha to Abulegwa from Ikorodu. To Abulegwa from Lekki. I made the abacha by 6. I made it very, very early because the guy insisted. So it would get to Abulegwa early, at least 2 hours. The dispatch rider came very early. Do you know when this man got to Abulegwa? 4 p.m. 4 p.m., 6 plates of abacha, first customer. That's his friend ordered it in Lekki, and that's why he wants to try it. He came to his friend's house, and I delivered in a party. That was why he wants to. 4 p.m. And I paid for express delivery. I think the express just meant that he was going to pass the express because it wasn't. Yes. So it was really bad that day, but I was able to manage the customer. Once it was 10 a.m., he didn't get the other has not gotten to him. The driver wasn't picking up. I just called the customer. I sincerely apologize for everything, that I'm unable to reach the driver at the moment, but please, can I give him another order tomorrow? Because it's past time. I cannot risk another order by this time of the day. It will get to you late, because most of the dispatch riders now will take bulk orders from everywhere. They will share flyers, because that's what they do with the orders now. They will pick, if they come to drop somewhere and someone say, where did they go? My team, okay, but I did go, who showed you? But if I drop, I go pass like this. They will pick up random items, mix them with food and all. So, but then I learned that I have to find a way that when people order from a distance, I'm able to mitigate the food spoiling. That's when I put in the measure of separating the condiments and having a dedicated delivery person for long distance and having time for delivery. If you're ordering from this location, please make sure you place your order before 7 a.m. So what did it teach me? Time management in business, customer satisfaction, knowing how to mitigate risk. This is what you places. So you see, you can use your personal business. I package my abacha so well. I put tom-tom. So if you eat abacha in office, you not, one pandemic at a time. You will not. The question. Okay. Thank you for this question. For someone who is into article writing, is it best to niche down to a particular niche market? If yes, why? So first of all, you ask yourself, in writing, what part of writing excites you most? Is it technical writing? Is it animation? Is it education? So with that, you will answer the question yourself. If it's technical, thank you. If it's technical writing, you have your answer. But it's good to have a niche. I recruit for other sector, but my core is technical because it's easy for me to flourish in tech because that's my background. If I'm speaking to an engineer, even if I don't know deep dive what you're doing, if I glance through a JD, if someone says, isn't it, please, I need an engineer in 24 hours, I need front-end person, I want to build this app. Even if you're rushing and talking, and you say, I just want to build an app to do this, do this, do this, because of my tech background, I know the kind of engineer you want. And then if I put it out there and ask my guys, do you have anybody to recommend? And you give me a CV. If I look at your CV, I already know that you are fit or you're not, without even speaking to you. If I look at your CV, I do not see your GitHub. I don't see your skill. It's just bland. I built an app in Fast Track. The app was able to do this. I built this app. I work with a team. I work with a team of 5. I work with a team of 20 to build this app. I work with... You should detail all this. So having a niche sets you apart. Know something and know it well. So that if you like I said, when you light a fire, when you're cooking, it's better for you when you light one, let it be burning well. Then you take from there. When this one is burning well, you go and light the other candles. You cannot light all candles at a time. So if you conquer one niche and you feel like exploring other sectors, that's fine. But let them say, oh, if you are looking for Microsoft engineer, call this guy. She has quality resource. Let them know you for something. Oh, you're looking for data and AI. Call her. You want mobile developer? Is that guy that knows this. So another thing I want to touch base is whatever niche you decide to do, whatever skill set you decide to do, the goal should be to evolve. To evolve. If you decide to be a customer care person, the goal for you will not tell yourself, I want to be a customer care person for 10 years. No. You should have goals to move from customer care member to team lead, to manager, to program manager, to country manager. You should set big goals for you because they are very, very achievable if you follow the right things, invest in yourself, spiritually, financially, technically, any skills you like to do. Let me take the other question. Okay, I've been in the insurance industry for a while. Okay, so I know about this portal that sells insurance. I've forgotten the name of the portal. But the person that wrote this insurance question, you can reach out to me after this. So what the portal do, they are in Canada. They need people that, if you're in insurance, outside the country, they're really big on insurance. So people come to their website to request for insurance plan, insurance policy, and they have different plans. So since you understand how insurance works, it's easier for you to help them take requests that come from their customers. I think they pay, I'm not really sure how much they pay, I think from $500 or so. But the good thing it will do to you is that you will be able to work with them globally and understand how they work, and you still be maintaining your skill set as an insurance person, because it's easy for you to transition that way. Because if you just go to their portal, you can see all their services. All you have to do is, when customers come, they'll teach you tools to use. Email will come to you to say, this person visited the website and would like to get a family insurance. You just call the person or send an email to say, we just received your request. These are the plans of our insurance that we have. So what do you want? How many members of your family? How many this? What and what do you want to do? You get the information and you pass it directly to the person that needs it. And the good thing about positioning globally is that you have detailed JD. They believe in processes. So if your own job is just to take in inquiries and then pass on to the next line of support, but make sure that you just follow through to the issues are resolved. So you don't actually need to know everything. Just know the one that you know and be very, very good at it. I hope that answers your question. Okay, so this says, have been in sales, still insurance for a while. I'm currently interested in other industries. How do I develop myself to be able to fit in other industries as a salesperson? So as a salesperson, first of all, salespeople are really awesome. Everybody's awesome, but salespeople, they can fit in anywhere. Anywhere. And it's easy for them to just, excuse me, sir. They'll just enter. Because a salesperson can enter tech. And a salesperson don't need to be technical, unless if you just want to add that added advantage. All a salesperson needs to do is understand the product. You don't need to know the nitty-gritty. Just understand the product. Understand the customer's pain point. Oh, what are you currently doing now? How do you collect your customer's information? Okay, we use Excel, we write it down. Do you know that we have this amazing application, Microsoft Dynamics CRM, that can help you taking your customer requests and inquiries, and your customer care people will take in the data, and everybody in your organization will be able to access the data wherever they are in the world. All the salesperson needs to know is have good communication skills, understand the product, know how to do a pitch deck, know how to talk the talk. So yes, it's easy for you to transition. Just identify the industry you want to move into and pick a product. Pick a product in the industry. If you decide you want to be a salesperson for Amazon, that means you need to at least understand something about Amazon workspaces. You can just read about Amazon for beginners, about Amazon. And like I said, Google is very awesome. How to become a sales person in Amazon. You will see that you're not the only one. There are people that have asked that question, and you will see your answer. And you will see steps, articles to read. You will answer how to start my career as an Amazon salesperson. And so whatever it is that you want, whatever sector it is that you want to transition in sales. And you can also reach out to me, and I'll guide you. So yes, the good thing is that you already understand the sales skills, marketing, campaign, email campaigns, social media campaign. You know how to manage your customers very well. You know how to add new customers, retain existing customers, grow your customer base. That's what salespeople do. They bring in new, they make sure the existing ones don't go, and then they add new ones to it. So, and to do this, you should be able to understand the sales skills. The same sales skills and tools is what you translate across every sectors, because everybody is either selling a product or a service. So just understand the service or the product, and then you'll be able to sell it. In oil and gas, they're selling oil. Power, they're selling electric. In tech, they're selling soft skills. A salesperson can enter tech and say, I'll be able to provision you engineers. You might not need to be coding or anything. But as a salesperson, I can identify, I can help sell my engineers, like not literally though, but sell my engineers. Because I sell them when I'm on a call with my clients to say, he's this, he's good, he has done this, I've put him in this project, he delivers in a timely manner. And I'm able to vouch for my engineers based on I've worked with them. And 90% of my engineers, I don't know them. I have an engineer in Kano that does graphics for me. He delivers, but he's always in school and his mommy's shop. But he delivers and he communicates very well. I don't think he's up to 20 years old. He delivers very well, but he will just tell me, Ma, there's no light now. Please give me. You see, the importance of communication, it really matters. When you cannot deliver something, if you promise 2 days and you're unable to deliver, please go back to the person and say, I would like to buy some more time. Thank you for your understanding. Due to this, and this. But that doesn't mean you should be doing it every time you're buying time. Because the truth is, there will always be someone that can do whatever it is you can do at a cheaper rate. There's someone that can do recruiter too, like me, at a cheaper rate. So, but there has to be something that sets you aside, and that's your attitude to work and character of work. Okay, so this says a man that studies guidance and counseling. You apply for a job outside the country and the request for a license. Okay, how do you go about it? And so this is similar to medicine. For every role that you are going for, make sure you meet the criteria from their skill set to their tools. So the tools and the skill test can be in form of the license. So if you're required to have a license, you check, can I get this license remotely? Is it offered in Nigeria? Because now the world is evolving. Almost everything, you can stay in Nigeria and do your MBA and see how you can achieve the license. But most importantly, make sure you know the skill. Because there are some jobs that you actually get without the license. Like there are some, not in medical field, there are some jobs that you can get without certification. But because they've given you an environment to do a test, to work, and you're able to configure, you're able to design things. And then you tell them that you're looking to completing the certification and doing this, and you give yourself timeline, and you keep to that date you have given yourself. So if your field requires licensing certification, please get the right certification, because it will boost your career. It will really, really boost your career. If you have to get certification, please do get the right skills and certifications. Thank you. Okay, I was recently employed as an executive assistant. My CEO said she wants me to manage other VAs like social media manager, content editor, brand partnership manager. How do I manage these VAs since it's not, social media is not my niche? Okay. Executive assistant, if I may say, I think also having this also plays a role. It's a good thing to have social media knowledge as an executive assistant. But I see this is currently overwhelming for you. But whoever this is, please do not get overwhelmed, because you can easily transition. First of all, you can have a calendar. Have a calendar, first things first. Have a calendar. As it speaks to have a calendar, have time where you are doing the social media part, the content editing, the brand partnership. Have a calendar for yourself. Have a sit down with your employee and let him know that, okay, this task you're giving me, thank you for this task. However, I will need to prepare a curriculum, a calendar to be able to achieve this, as this is new to me. But I'm willing to just take this challenge and do the best of it. So with this, I'm going to prepare a calendar, a social media calendar. There are tools that you can leverage on for social media calendar. I think you can use you can use Hootsuite to schedule automatic posts. You can use Notion for calendaring. So you can use Notion. Yeah, you can use Notion. Because when you have Notion, you can decide this week, this is what I want to post. The goal is to work effectively and efficiently so you don't overwhelm yourself. You will decide this week, I'm talking on this topic this week. And you tell yourself, for this topic, I'll post only 3 times. You will show, I would advise that you have a monthly plan, really. You have a monthly plan, it will work for you. You have a monthly plan, maybe week 1, you talk, you to be on the social media part. Week 2, the brand partnership. Then you bullet them, and then take them one after the other and put them in the calendar to tell your manager that, oh, this week I will work on this. You will pick a topic that relates to what you do. If you're selling shoe, you might say this week on our Instagram, we'll be talking about block heels and how block heels are comfortable. And the colors, different ways to rock a block heel and how to match them up. But set the right expectation with your employee to say, I need the time to actualize this. Maximize tools. Microsoft Project, Microsoft Excel, they're already there for you. Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, bullet all these things for yourself, and then use tools like Notion to create calendar. There are other free calendars there. You can use Canva. If you don't have an in-house designer, Canva is free. You can use it, and it already has templates for you to work with. But most importantly, please take it easy on yourself and allow yourself to learn and grow. Okay, one more question. So do we have more questions? Because I've not read this one. Okay. Do we have more questions so that I could take all of them? Okay. More questions, please. Okay, so this will be the last question for today.
Is it necessary that someone do a LinkedIn premium? Because most times I normally get that a lot. I know there are some people I would like to get in connection with, but they are in private. So I don't know if it is important to do such. Thank you.
Okay. So if you can afford LinkedIn Premium, by all means do it. But it's not a guarantee. If you subscribe for LinkedIn Premium and you reach out to me and I don't want to answer you, you will not beat LinkedIn now. So is a good to do, but exhaust the free options. Yeah, but so you keep an open mind. Yes, when you subscribe to LinkedIn Premium, you have better network of people and all. But just keep an open mind when you subscribe to it and apply because of heartbreak. Yes. Okay, this says, where can we improve ourselves on the use of internet to be able to do remote job? Okay, do you mean, can the person that asked this question help me clarify? Do you mean internet speed? Do you mean platform? Okay, so you can see me after this, the person that wrote this question, please. Because I can only advise that you surf the internet for roles that represent what you want, and then leverage on free resources. When you exhaust them, you go ahead for paid one and certifications. That's how you leverage on the internet. So this says, if you present yourself as a freelancer on LinkedIn, do you need to write your experiences? Also, is it advisable to say you're a freelancer on LinkedIn? Yes. By all means, yes. Because if you're a freelancer, you're setting the right expectation to say, I'm not doing only your job. I have other people that I'm working for. So I'm going to be doing 4 hours with you, 4 hours with this person. And because when you say you're a full-time person, you're not open to freelance, and you take freelance gig, you don't have, one job should not suffer for another job. So if you're a freelancer and you put it in your profile, it's very good. But most importantly, make sure that your LinkedIn skills, add everything that you're doing as a freelancer. Yes, you need to write your experiences, the tools and the skills, like I showed you earlier, the tools and the skills that you use. So yes, please, please. And then don't forget to add the open to work button on the LinkedIn. As a graphic designer, how do I land a job on Upwork? Great question. So regardless of the skill set, first things first, you create a profile on Upwork, upwork.com. You go to the portal, they'll ask, are you a freelancer or are you a client? You will see different sectors of what you do. The same way you create your LinkedIn profile, you create an Upwork profile. But the good thing is that your Upwork profile should have a proposal to say what you do. You can also add your GitHub, your portfolio there. How Upwork works is that clients will advertise job on Upwork. You can see the jobs. You can apply to the jobs yourself, or the clients can reach out to you themselves. So when you see this job, make sure, because Upwork gives what we call connects. That some jobs will say you require 6 connects, 3 connects. So you maximize your connect to only apply for jobs that are relevant to you. So, and the good thing about Upwork is that once you go on the platform, the About Us page will tell you everything you need to know. And if you ever get stuck, my name is Ezine Orimole. You can find me on LinkedIn. Cannot serve a great God and remain small. So the goal is for us to take up spaces as Christians in different places. We have to be an extension of God's grace. Jesus was known for excellence. Jesus was known for neatness. Sometimes I tell my engineers, sorry, you can't have body odor because Jesus knows to smell. They did not write it in the Bible. So you have to represent Christ. Because you are the first Jesus everybody will see. So in your workplaces, in your career, so you cannot just accept to just be there. You cannot just accept to just be in one position. So take up all the skills, take up all the spaces. We have to occupy till God comes. So thank you so much for having me. This has been such an amazing audience. And if you have any questions concerning your career, I do resume revamping, LinkedIn optimization. If you need help, if you have an interview and you want a mock-up call, you want me to have a one-on-one mock-up call for you, look at the job description, and then we have a mock-up call before your interview. I also provide those services for people. So feel free to reach out to me, and thank you so much for having me. I feel so honored and I feel so blessed. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Come on, let's start up and give her a standing ovation. Wow, what a great day, what a good morning. Yes, her contact.
Thank you. I feel so honored and humbled. Thank you so much for standing.
Please, you may be
Thank
seated.
you. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
If you are happy and you know it, clap your hand. If you are happy you didn't waste your time this morning, can you clap your hand? If you are optimistic that this will move you forward, can you stand up and clap your hand? You know why I wanted you to stand up is that we'll be sitting